Good evening, students. Today we will be seeing the C part, that is the last part of the first chapter, uniform circular motion. Now, what do you mean by uniform circular motion? First of all, circular motion means any body which is going in a circular manner. And if the speed remains the same, it is known as uniform circular motion. So if any body is going around a circle at a constant speed, we say that it is uniform circular motion. But in case of a circle motion, what happens? Now see, suppose if I take the point A, B, C and D. Now this is the position where they are going. But actually, you see at this instant, it should be going straight, but it is going here. Here it should go like this, it is going here straight. So every instant in a circular motion, the body changes its direction. Every instant, every second you see that the direction is changing. So what can you tell about the velocity? Now velocity means what? Speed with direction. Now even if the speed is not changing, speed is remaining the same, the direction is changing every second. So this uniform circular motion is always accelerated. Whereas if you see a uniform linear motion, it is going along a straight line. Here, if the speed is same, we say that acceleration is 0. So this is the difference between uniform linear motion and uniform circular motion. Uniform linear motion, if the speed is constant, acceleration is 0. Whereas uniform circular motion is always accelerated because velocity is always changing, because there is always change in direction. Okay, clear these two things? Now suppose there is a body performing a circular motion. Now when I say that it has got a tendency to go straight, then why it is going round and round? Because there is one force which is always trying to bring this body towards the center of the circle. And that force is known as centripetal force. Centripetal force acts towards the center of the circle. Clear what is centripetal force? Now, you will say that if this body is going like this round and this centripetal force is bringing it here, why the body is not falling at the center? It should fall from here. Why it is going round? This one is pulling, so it should come and fall at the center. But that doesn't happen. Why? Because simple, you feel that the force, the centripetal force, must bring this body down at the center, but we find that it is going round and round. That is, if centripetal is trying to pull it towards the center, there is someone else who is trying to push it away from the center, and that force is equal and opposite in nature of the centripetal force, and that is known as centrifugal force. So centripetal force brings it towards the center, centrifugal force pushes it away from the center, and that is why the body does not fall at the center, but it goes in a round and round direction. Clear? The centripetal force, centrifugal force. Now let us see some examples from the textbook. In an atom you have electrons moving around the nucleus in a circular path. Now for this, who is giving you the centripetal force? That is the force of attraction by the nucleus. Nucleus is giving the centripetal force, and that is why the electron is revolving around the nucleus. Planet moving around the sun, moon or the satellite, moon is moving around the earth, satellites moving around the planets. Then if you have a stone tied at the end of a string and try to move it in a circular path, then the tension of the string by which the stone is tied up, that is going to give you the centripetal force. Now take an example of merry-go-round. What happens in the merry-go-round? What happens in the merry-go-round? The swing goes round and round. Okay, but suppose due to some problem, if there is any error or that particular string breaks, what is going to happen? It is going to follow or travel in a straight line. Okay, now for example we can take this figure in your textbook. Centripetal and centrifugal force. You can see there's a man standing on the center. He's holding a string, and that string, one stone is tied over here. Now he's making it go round and round, and the moment he will cut the string, what will happen? It will go like this, straight, straight, straight. And now this is the radius, and this goes tangent. Now what is the angle between radius and tangent? It is 90 degrees. This is going to be now perpendicular, 90 degrees. So, and that is why what happens when now this person is facing the stone. Now when the stone comes here straight, he also turns. Again he sees that the ball is in front of him. Now the ball will come from here to here, but he again turns around, and he sees that the ball is here. So even though the string is cut off, still this man is always going to see the ball in front of him, because as the ball is moving along the straight line, he is also turning. He is also turning around. Okay, so read these examples. You have done that earlier also. Now one thing you have to remember in this, that there is actually no force like centrifugal force. The only force is centripetal force, and we are imagining a fictitious force or a virtual force which is equal and opposite to centripetal force. That is the centrifugal force, and that is why centrifugal force is a fictitious force. Why it is a fictitious force? Because actually no such force is there. In order to explain this phenomenon, why the things are not falling at the center, we are saying that just as centripetal is bringing it towards the center, there is another force which is putting it outside, and that is why it is known as a fictitious force or a virtual force. Read down the chapters nicely. Examples given in a very simple manner, very small and simple part. So we completed over here. This C part also does not have any numericals. So just go through the lesson, read it. I'm just posting the pages. This finishes your physics chapter, that is uniform circular motion. In the new syllabus only C, A, B, C is there. This is the old book, 2013. We had D also. So the difficult part, that is a B part, has been already eliminated from this textbook. So this completes your lesson. Thank you.